What a fantastic point in the market, guys. Bitcoin looks very strong here. After the big breakout in October, price has formed subsequent flags where the previous resistance level turns into support, and now we're in another of those ranges. Consolidation in the market when the trend is up, when LARSSON line is gold, tend to resolve in the direction of the trend, which is up. Another way to look at the current price action is a running channel, and we see this perhaps even clearer if we switch down the time frame a little, and you can see how price largely stays in this very well defined channel that is sloping up. And under this interpretation, if we zoom in even more, you see that right now, today, we're pretty close to the bottom part of this channel, meaning a very nice risk reward. Two other possible risk reward points are of course the bottom of this range, should we get there to 35,500, 700 something, as well as a breakout confirmation on the upside, especially if it retests, holds and continues. Also excellent risk reward points. And one thing that's perhaps a little difficult to understand if you're just starting out, but you can actually make more money if you buy at higher prices, in case the confidence is higher, which means that you can enter with more money for any given risk. What you always want to do is to have a short distance to invalidation so that you don't risk so much on the downside when things don't go your way. And while diagonal patterns are less reliable than horizontal patterns and shorter time frames are less reliable than longer time frames, having said that, here is one of those possible entries where the distance to invalidation can be very small. If we zoom out, I hope, guys, that you're at least a little bit impressed over these couple of years that most of you have followed along here. 2022, LARSSON line blue, straight line down. Beginning of 2023, we caught entries here, we caught entries here, LARSSON line gold, then a boring, tight range consolidation, inverse head and shoulders, LARSSON line gold flip, and then the confirmation of the breakout in the direction of the dominant trend and the previous move, which was up. We have continuation, and from this entry, price is up over 100%, while we dodged a drawdown from LARSSON line blue flip at 49,000 in December 2021 until 17,433, which is a minus 65% drop. But LARSSON, someone will say, wasn't the drop even bigger? Yes, it was. Price was up here at 69,000 something and the lows 15,500. It was almost 80% drop. But there is no process in the universe which consistently enables you to sell at the exact top and buy at the exact bottom. The reason is that you don't know that it's the top at the top. In fact, this was a valid breakout. At the exact bottom, you can't know if it's going to go lower there or not. If that's what you're looking for, you're not looking for a process and a tool set. You're looking for either a fortune teller or a time machine, and sadly I haven't found either. So instead, the objective is to get out as close as possible after the top and get in again as close as possible after the bottom. And because crypto trends tend to be so long and so sticky, this works very well with crypto specifically, as well as other assets related to global technology. Processes like this wouldn't work if the market always looked like this, being cyclic or something like that. If it always continued like this, then you should have another process, a more range-based mean reversal process. But Bitcoin, altcoins, tech stocks tend to look like this. The chart we're looking at is Bitcoin versus USD. So the strength of the denominator there matters. If the dollar gets stronger, worth more, that can put downwards pressure on this chart. And if the dollar gets weaker, that can give an upwards boost to speculative assets measured in USD. I know all the arguments against, but fact is that this has been helpful. So during 2022, when the dollar index went in a parabola, that tanked Bitcoin and many other assets. Then as weakness started showing in the DXY, Bitcoin turned around. Then there were worrying signs again here, a couple of months ago in September, October, when it looked like this one started breaking out again. again, breaking past this psychological 106 level. But then that turned into a fake out, DXY is safely back in the range, giving rocket fuel to the BTC USD chart. Also, if we look at the yields, it was rough for speculative assets when the government yield was mooning. Then there were signs of weakness in beginning of 2023. But then again, just like the DXY, there were worrying signs at the horizon in September, October, when it looked like this one started breaking out again, past the psychological resistance. But look, now that breakout failed. The yield is safely back down in the range, which can give us increased confidence for speculative assets like Bitcoin, and of course stocks as well. That means that we are currently in the middle of this range with a trend up, chart on short time frames looking strong, macro factors supporting, and obvious resistance from here is the 40k level. Could overshoot a little bit, then we'll have to see what happens from there. But this is exciting, guys. And if that's digital gold, if we look at physical gold, this chart also looks great. Look here, it seems like it's making a fourth go to attempt a big breakout once again. Imagine if this happens, if physical gold breaks out. I think that would give a boost to digital gold as well. Now let me share an insight about the altcoin markets that I can guarantee you haven't seen before and that you can't find anywhere else. You know, I built this LARSSON Pro tool, which finds coins that have turned gold against USD and finds the coins that have turned gold today versus BTC. But it also has this portfolio function where we can add watch lists. And this account here is not my actual portfolio. This is the account where I show and test the function of the tool. So typically, when one of you guys have some question about some coin, I usually go in here and I add that coin on this account to see how it looks. And then I've been lazy, I haven't deleted them again from the watch list. So all the ones that you have asked about or I have wanted to check for some reason, they are still sitting here in this watch list. And when I added them, many of them were still blue against the USD, and the vast majority were still blue against BTC, meaning they were coins that had turned up in trend against the dollar, but they were trending down against BTC. Now if you look at these columns, you see that almost all of these are in uptrend against USD, and the vast majority of coins are also trending up against BTC, meaning the vast majority of these coins have been making major moves up over the past couple of months against USD and also against BTC, even though BTC has performed so well. And the point here is that this is not a random selection of projects. These are projects that you guys who are members have asked about, that you have found, that you have studied, that you wanted my opinion on, and you can see the result for yourself. This illustrates the value of an actual community of friends that's actually helping each other. I'm so happy to see this, it's clear as day. So what I'm working on right now, one reason I'm not posting as many YouTube videos, I want to add to the collaboration functionality of LARSSON Pro so that everyone can take further advantage of each other's competence in this amazing network of people that we have created. ETA for that functionality in 2 to 3 weeks. It always takes a little bit longer than I think. I'm an optimist, but I am getting it done and it will be great. Now that the market is up, the scammers are also out in full force. Guys, we do have people getting hacked, getting scammed. Please don't be one of them. I made a security video a couple of weeks back. Make sure you watch it if you haven't already. And let me point out again that even if you have a hardware wallet, your money isn't in the wallet. This one is broken, by the way, but even if it isn't broken, the money is on the blockchain. The money isn't in the wallet. The money is accessed with a private key. And the only thing that the hardware wallet does is to store the private key, which is derived from the seed phrase. So if you give the seed phrase to someone, they have your money, even if they don't have your hardware wallet. Also, the impersonators are out in full force. There's no way to report all of them because there comes hundreds and hundreds of new ones. You have to be careful instead. There are also scam sites that are copying this one, pretending to sell my course or pro access, but that's just a scam. You're not going to get anything back if you send them money. I have only one website. It's ctolarsson.com. Here you press for course and indicator, and here for LARSSON Pro. So stay safe from the scammers, enjoy the Bitcoin markets, enjoy the altcoin markets. And if you didn't wake up in the beginning of the year when I said it's time to wake up, now it's maybe your last chance to get out of bed, to wake up and start paying attention. Thank you, tack. CTO LARSSON out.